Want to get into the autumnal spirit but finding it impossible to do so? It's just too hot. They changed the pumpkin spice latte recipe. I'm tired. Try Cinema Kit's Movietober. For the low price of free $3.99, you get 31 days of spooky or fall-themed movie recommendations. We blow the competitors out of the water. Unlike other autumn movie recommendation lists, Movietober is guaranteed to include something you haven't seen, a classic favorite, and something to bring your cold heart back to life. Terms and conditions apply. Don't call today. Oh, we won't pick up. You might as well just send a text. Howdy partner, welcome to Cinema Kit. I'm Kit, your resident cinephile, and this is 31 Days of Movietober. Let's get into it. For our 31 days, we have weekday categories. Monster Mondays. These are films that include a monster and explore the idea of what a monster is in comparison to the world around it. Teen Tuesday. Some of the best cozy fall movies star teens because I guess that's when school starts, so it got its own category. Witchy Wednesday. These films emulate the woman in total control of herself song, and if you can't feel the power of the autumn moon through these witches, I can't help you. Throwback Thursday. Who says that the winter holidays should get all the great classic movies? I think it's about time we reclaim some classic films as autumn or Halloween movies. Family Friday. Some of the best Halloween movies are the ones you watched as a kid and gave you nightmares, but now when you watch them as an adult, you either pee your pants, you're laughing so hard, or it gives you an existential crisis, so perfect for families. Snuggle Up Saturday. Something about the fall screams romance. It's getting colder, you want someone to hold your hand, you want someone to take home with you to family gatherings so they'll stop asking if you're really gonna die alone. Sunday Scaries. Halloween is when the veil between our world and the horror movie world is at its thinnest, so I had to throw in a couple things that would haunt your dreams. I assume that most people are not like me and are not planning on watching a movie every single day of the 31 days of Movietober, so pick and choose what you like. You could choose a category that you would just want to watch, or pick and choose the ones that sound interesting to you. Only you and the FBI agent in your phone will know that you didn't do all 31 days. No harm, no foul. For day one, October 1st, is a Sunday Scary, and we're starting off strong with Jennifer's Body. Jennifer's Body is a horror comedy film that follows Jennifer and her best friend when Jennifer is possessed by a demon and proceeds to seduce, kill, and eat boys in their class to survive. Especially if you are a fan of Promising Young Woman, this is another great female-led film that subverts the idea about the female body and the horror of the male gaze.
I gotta go. I am a god. Okay.
For our first Monster Monday on October 2nd, we will be watching The Goonies. The Goonies is a classic 1980s small-town adventure film everyone should see at least once. A group of kids goes on a treasure hunt to find the legendary One-Eyed Willie's treasure and save one of their friends' houses from foreclosure. Complications arise when they encounter a group of escaped felons who are also on the hunt for the treasure. Our monster here is Sloth, a man who is physically deformed but actually has a heart of gold, subverting our initial preconception of him. Tuesday, October 3rd, Dead Poets Society. Sad boy warning. If you have never seen this movie before and you are not in the mental headspace for somebody taking their own life, skip this movie and watch the half of it on Netflix. That is another great fall vibes teen movie. If you are willing to give it a go, however, Dead Poets Society is the ultimate fall vibes, dark academia, follow your creative passions and fight the man movie. It follows a group of boys at a New England boarding school in the late 50s as they explore who they want to become and what their passions are outside of their parents' plans for them. Even if you aren't sure about the plot, it's very male. The scenes of New England in the fall make it worthwhile. Wednesday, October 4th, is our first Witchy Wednesday. We're starting off with a classic, 1942's I Married a Witch. If you haven't seen this before, you're in for a treat. The story begins in the early Americas when the Puritan Jonathan Woolley condemns the witch Jennifer and her father to death. Before they are burned at the stake, Jennifer places a spell on the Woolley men to always be unhappy in love. Centuries later, Jennifer and her father are released from their death and find a descendant of Jonathan Woolley. To further torment him, they decide that being unable to have the woman you desire is actually more torturous than being with the wrong woman, so Jennifer seduces Woolley. with the intention of never being with him. But of course, somewhere along the way, the two really fall in love. It's funny, it's beautiful to watch, and it's a great way to start off the month.
How is he?
He's dead.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Her own father.
Oh, but that's not my father. That's just a body he picked up.
Oh.
Thursday, October 5th, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Now for a classic you probably have seen. This 1988 comedy follows a dearly departed couple who decide to haunt their house in an attempt to kick the new owners out. When their ghostly attempts to scare the owners fail, they resort to calling for help from the infamous bioexorcist Beetlejuice, and things go very wrong.
You want a cigarette?
Oh, no, thank you.
I'm trying to cut down myself.
Friday, October 6th, Family Friday is starting off strong with Fantastic Mr. Fox. Though not strictly a fall movie per se, the color palette, tone, and family adventure heist plot give this film cozy fall vibes for me. This is based on the classic Roald Dahl novel by the same name and directed by Wes Anderson. We follow the Fox family and their fight for land and peace from the farmers Bogus, Bunce, and Bean.
I don't want to live in a hole anymore. It makes me feel poor.
We are poor, but we're happy.
Come see, come sa.
Saturday, October 7th, The Addams Family. I'm talking the 1991 version because that's my classic kooky family, but if you prefer the 2019 animated version or want to watch a couple episodes of Wednesday or even the OG show, do what you gotta do, man. We just gotta get some Morticia and Gomez Addams in there somewhere, you know what I'm saying?
Where's your costume? This is my costume. I'm a homicidal maniac. They look just like everyone else.
Sunday, October 8th. Sunday Scaries is probably my favorite day, and this might be my favorite Sunday Scary, Sleepy Hollow. This horror fantasy from 1999 reimagines the original Sleepy Hollow Headless Horseman Ichabod Crane story and makes it darker, more messed up, and witchier. It's directed by Tim Burton and stars a young Johnny Depp. Need I say more?
No, pardon, miss, I'm only a stranger.
Then have a kiss on account.
Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Ken. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Barbie.
Monday, October 9th. When I think of a misunderstood monster, I think Frankenstein. I mean, the poor guy doesn't even have a name. In the 1931 film, we see how when you treat someone like they're a monster, they might just turn into one. Though almost 100 years old, the film still has great pacing and interest. For bonus points, make it a double feature and watch The Bride of Frankenstein right after.
It's alive! Oh, it's alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Tuesday, October 10th. I had to do it. You know I had to do it. It's not even set in fall, but the vibes are there. It's Twilight.
You better hold on tight, Spider Monkey.
Twilight, if you weren't aware, follows Bella Swan, an OG teenage hipster, as she moves to Forks, Washington to live with her dad. She deals with all the teenage ups and downs, getting a car, getting hit on by boys, gossiping in the school cafeteria, and falling in love with a vampire.
That's Edward Cohen. He's totally gorgeous, obviously. But apparently nobody here is good enough for him.
Wednesday, October 11th, The Witch is a slow burn horror film. If you go in sleepy, you're gonna fall asleep. But if you go in ready to be creeped the fuck out, you're gonna be very pleased. I'm talking A24, Anya Taylor-Joy, and a goat named Black Phillip. And I happen to know as an A24 insider that it's going to be showing in AMC movie theaters again this October, so if you are a fan of The Witch, check that out.
Damn you, Black Phillip.
Thursday, October 12th, we're gonna throw it back to one of my favorite Cary Grant movies, Arsenic and Old Lace. This 1944, what some may call screwball, but I just call Silly Billy, little movie, follows newly married man who discovers that his aunts are actually serial killers. Things get even wilder when another serial killer shows up trying to hide the body of his latest victim in the aunt's cellar. I can't even summarize this movie, it's so wild, but it honestly works. And the physical comedy is amazing.
Large as life. He sits there waiting to be tied up and gagged. The big dog.
Friday, October 13th. No, we will not be watching Friday the 13th. That is a summer horror movie. I will not be taking questions. Instead, we will watch something that is, for some, even more horrific. Coraline, the stop-motion animated film from childhood that cultivated your nightmares, is back and better than ever. This film really never gets old. Young Coraline has recently moved into an apartment in an old house where she finds a doorway to another world where her other mother and father are there to lavish doting love on her like her real parents don't. But everything is not as hunky-dory as it seems.
But a true ocean goddess must fill out her bodice to present an alluring display.
Saturday, October 14th, we will be watching what I'm sure will become a classic in the following decades, Knives Out. Your classic murder mystery meets delicious fall vibes, Daniel Craig with a southern accent, and Chris Evans in a chonky sweater. 10 out of 10.
Stop it!
I can handle it.
Oh my God.
You gotta do this more often.
Sunday, October 15th. It's not the house that's haunted. Insidious is a horror film that tries to subvert your expectations. It's one of my classics because to this day, after many rewatches, it still gives me the heebie-jeebies. You'll never be able to listen to the song Tiptoe Through the Tulips again. Monday, October 16th. What We Do in the Shadows is a mockumentary about a group of vampires living in modern times, and it was written and directed by Jermaine Clement and Taika Waititi of Comedy Gold fame. So hilarious that it spawned a successful TV show on FX that seriously holds up, and that TV show spawned a TikTok sound. So you know it's good.
I cannot even speak the name of the vampire that organized that monstrosity.
I don't give a fuck. His name was Mike.
Tuesday, October 17th. Alright, you can't start the fall, spooky, winter, cozy season without a little bit of Harry Potter. And I know we don't want to support She Who Must Not Be Named. So, if you check it out from your library, it's not going to monetarily support anyone at all. But a lot of people worked on these films, so try to think of it as supporting all of those people. Or if you find that you can't enjoy these films because of... watch Scooby-Doo.
Zoinks! Them peppers is like hot.
Wimp.
Wimp, why don't you put your mouth where your mouth is?
Whatever Scooby-Doo you like. I'm gonna recommend the live action one, even though to me that's a summer movie because they're going on a summer island. But it's Scooby-Doo. It's gonna give you the same kooky group of kids fall vibes without the complexities. Sidebar over. I personally recommend watching one of the first 3 films for the best spooky fall to other seasons ratio, and I believe Prisoner Azkaban is the best Harry Potter film, and yes, I can defend that statement. Wednesday, October 18th. For this edition of Witchy Wednesday, we're throwing it back to 1958's Bell, Book, and Candle. Witch Jillian decides to cast a love spell on Shep because he's cute and to get back at her college rival Merle. But things get complicated when she begins to catch feelings because she will lose her powers if she falls in love. Also, this film automatically gets plus 10 points for a cat as a main character. For my film buffs out there, we've got Kim Novak and Jimmy Stewart together again in the same year as Hitchcock's Vertigo. What a year to be alive. I was not alive. But can you imagine?
But, you know, I think I'm allergic to your cat.
Thursday, October 19th. If you haven't seen Harold and Maude, you are in for a real treat. To put it simply, a young man obsessed with death falls in love with an older woman who teaches him how to live. And I'm talking 60-year age difference, not just, you know, Mrs. Robinson nonsense. Made in 1971, this film has a refreshingly modern look at what makes a life worth living and how to be present in the life you have. What does it have to do with fall? To be honest, it's just the vibes. It works. I don't know.
After dinner liqueur, Harold.
Oh, thank you. I don't drink.
Oh, it's all right. It's organic.
Friday, October 20th. Paranorman is one of my favorite Halloween-themed animated films of the past decade. Norman is the town weirdo who happens to be able to see ghosts. When a curse befalls the town resulting in a mob of zombies and cataclysmic events, he has to use his skills and compassion to save everyone. Sounds cheesy, but it's good.
I know you and Grandma were very close, but we all have to move on. Grandma's in a better place now.
No, she's not. She's in the living room.
Saturday, October 21st. Just say, a bouquet of newly sharpened pencils. Some people choose When Harry Met Sally as their Nora Ephron for fall, and that's fine, but they're wrong. You've Got Mail is the Nora Ephron for fall. Enemies to Lovers is way more fall than Friends to Lovers. No? You've Got Mail follows Kathleen Kelly, local bookshop around the corner owner, and Joe Fox, big box store Fox Books owner, as they fall in love anonymously over dial-up email, and then have to cope with the complexities of having feelings for your work enemy.
Don't you love New York in the fall? Makes me want to buy school supplies.
Oh.
I'm almost ready.
I would send you a bouquet of newly sharpened pencils if I knew your name and address.
Sunday, October 22nd. The Blair Witch Project is an OG classic horror film that deserves a watch or a rewatch because of its pure ingenuity. Originally made on a shoestring budget, this found footage horror film follows the story of a group of teen documentarians as they search for the infamous Blair Witch in the woods of Burkittsville, Maryland. It'll freak you out.
I don't know why you have to have every conversation on video.
Because we're making a documentary.
Not about us getting lost. We're making a documentary about a witch.
Monday, October 23rd. Zombies for Sale is a Korean horror movie that revolves around a family who discovers that when older people are bit by a zombie, they gain a more youthful appearance and energy. They quickly monetize the concept and raise enough money to revive their struggling gas station, but things go wrong when it turns out the youthfulness was just a side effect and the zombiness was in latency this whole time. 10 out of 10 hilarious. We love to see it. If you liked Warm Bodies, check it out.
몰라요. 술 취했으면 자빠져 잘 것이지.
Tuesday, October 24th, 1 week out from Halloween, and we are going to be getting into the serious Halloween-themed movies now. Starting off, we have Twitches. Twin witches Alex and Cam were separated at birth and sent to Earth for their safety after a darkness took over their home world. On their 21st birthday, the two reunite and must use their powers together to save their home world. This is an OG Disney Channel movie, and it's pure good vibes.
I wasn't exactly sure what was gonna happen. I kinda just pointed. Oh, you mean like this?
No, I'm afraid I just blew myself.
Wednesday, October 25th, Hocus Pocus. Need I say more? Well, I feel like this is a cultural touchstone at this point, but for those of you in the dark, Hocus Pocus tells the story of how teen cool guy Max and his little sister Danny and his crush Allison accidentally bring back the 3 Sanderson sister witches and must defeat them before they eat the children of the town. Gets 20 plus points for Thackeray Banks.
You're going to turn me into one of those fat, useless, contented house cats.
Thursday, October 26th, this is for my Hitchcock fans out there, I see you! And if you're like a what? Don't worry about it, you'll like this. 1945's Spellbound is the story of a man with dissociative amnesia who might be a murderer, and the psychoanalyst falls for him while attempting to help him come to terms with his past. It's dramatic, it's silly, and it's beautiful to look at.
So you are married? Well, there's nothing so nice as a new marriage. No psychosis yet, no aggressions, no guilt complexes. I congratulate you.
Friday, October 27th. It's time to return to Halloween Town, baby! Halloween Town is a place that I really hope isn't fictional, where teenager Marnie discovers her grandma has been living as a witch. Oh, and she's a witch too. All of the films have great storylines, intricate world building, killer costumes and makeup, and Benny the Skeleton Driver, so come on. Personally, my favorite is Return to Halloween Town when they changed Marnie and decided not to mention it, but really I love Halloween Town 2, and Halloween Town High too. Say that 5 times fast.
You're Calabar's son.
I guess I inherited my father's attraction to Cromwell witches.
I don't look a day over 2,000. Moisturize me, moisturize me.
Saturday, October 28th, we're gonna take a small break from Halloween for this Snuggle Up Saturday to watch Wolfwalkers. No, trust me. The fall vibes are so immaculate, it'll be worth it. This Irish animated film follows a young wolf hunter, Robin, who has come with her father to destroy the last pack of wolves. She meets the adorable and mysterious Mib in the woods, and the two form a relationship. Along the way, Robin learns that maybe the wolves aren't as evil as she once suspected.
When I sleep, I'm a wolf. When I'm awake, I'm me, Mib Augmentira.
Sunday, October 29th, we are back at it with the quintessential Halloween movie, Halloween. Escaped prisoner Michael Myers is on a killing spree, and babysitter Laurie must fight for her and the kids' lives if they are to survive Halloween night. You'll have the score stuck in your head for days, and if you find it suits your fancy, lucky you, there are 12 more.
Yeah, can't you take a joke?
Monday, October 30th. For our final Monster Monday, let's watch the aptly named Monster House. This animated film is not for the faint of heart. The creepiest house on the block keeps eating people, so of course a trio of teens must figure out why and how to stop it. The animation takes some getting used to, but stick with it, it'll be a new creepy favorite. What Polar Express does for Christmas, Monster House does for Halloween. Just putting it out there.
We are super cops. Yeah, that's why I live in a condo.
Tuesday, October 31st. Our final movie of the season is my most favorite Halloween-esque movie of all time. If I missed your favorite, stick it here. You don't have to watch my favorite, but if you're willing to give it a try, we're talking Donnie Darko. It's a time-bending, creepy, rabbit-filled teen movie with an ending that might catch you by surprise. Honestly, one of my favorite films of all time.
What's cellar door?
This famous linguist once said that of all the phrases in the English language, of all the endless combinations of words in all of history, that cellar door is the most beautiful.
And that's 31 days of Movietober. Did I miss your favorite spooky or fall vibes film? I know I did. Picking only 31 was so hard. Be sure to leave it in the comments down below so other people can watch it and I can know too. If you want more movie recommendations or film like ramblings, be sure to subscribe. I'll be releasing a deep dive into one of the Halloween movies each week of October, and then I'm already working on my list of November films that live somewhere in between Halloween and Christmas for me. We're talking Nightmare Before Christmas, Dan in Real Life, things like that. So if you have any recommendations for my November movie list, please leave it down below, because there aren't as many movies that exist in between Halloween and Christmas as there are Christmas movies, so that one's gonna be a lot easier. But November, I might need some help. This was Cinema Kit. I'm Kit. Catch you later.